Okay, so dear student, in this class we discuss the next application of dimensional formula or dimensional analysis formula. In last class we discussed the first application, that is to convert one system of unit to another system of unit, and some examples related to that application. Now today we discuss the second and third application. Second application is to obtain a relation between different physical quantity. Okay, that means here some information is given related to that. Suppose you derive a formula for time period t equals to 2 pi root over L by G. So that t depends on L, t depends on G. Okay, that relation, that information is given that t is depends on L, t is directly proportional to acceleration due to gravity. Now you construct the relation between these terms or these quantities using the dimensional formula. Okay, so this is the step. Some information is given, use that information, we construct a equation, then that term, that dimensional formula we use that of that physical quantity, equating the equal terms on both sides. That means if this side mlt is there, equals to mlt also be there. So separately we equating m equals to m to the power square or 3, L equals to L, T equals to T, whatever the power is there. So equal terms we equating separately, and then in that equation whatever we consider, there we put the values. Let's take one example that is easier for you for understanding. So that one example also we just consider that time period. That time period of a simple pendulum is observed to depends on the following factors. What are the factors? Length of the pendulum, mass of the bob, acceleration due to gravity. Okay, so how we construct the equation of time period of a simple pendulum using the dimensional analysis method, and it is given that k equals to 2 pi. Sometimes it will not given, sometimes it will be given. If it is given, the value of k is given, then you put that value, otherwise you let it be whatever is there, k only, k is there. Okay, so how we construct the equation? First step, what formula we have? We find out the formula for t, and t depends on L, M and G. So t proportional to, directly proportional to L to the power a. We don't know because in dimension we have to use some powers. Dimension means the M and T, that is the dimension of fundamental quantities, and that fundamental quantities rates some powers. That is the dimension of physical quantity. So this physical quantity has some dimension, and they have some power. So we don't know now that what is a power. Okay, because t is whatever the equation of time period, it is a combination of L, M and G. Okay, so we can't write it now the powers. That's why we don't know the power of the L, M and G. So we considered first is L, so t directly proportional to L to the power a. Second one M, M to the power b, and third one is G, G to the power c. 3 is there, that's why 3. 4 number term is also there. Then sometime to the power d, something to the power d. Okay, after that we know that whenever we write the equal sign from proportionality sign, we have to multiply with some constant term, and that constant term here, that is k. This value, when we put the dimension of this quantity, we consider k equals to 1. That means the k is a dimensionless quantity and it is a proportionality constant. So after that we can write t equals to k into L to the power a, M to the power b, G to the power c. Give this is equation number. This is the main equation. Wherever we put the values of L, A, B and C, and we get the final equation. Understand? So first of all we write with a proportionality sign, whatever the information is given, take some powers, then with a equal sign multiply with a constant term. This k is a constant, it is a dimensionless quantity, that means its value is 1. Now now we put the dimension of this quantities. Okay, so t equals to time period. The time period dimension is t, so we always write the dimension within a third bracket. So third bracket and time period t, that is equals to k is a dimensionless quantity, so its value is 1. L is a length, So its dimension also be L. So within third bracket, L to the power A. M is the mass, M to the power B, capital M to the power B, not the small m. Okay, and G is the acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration means change in velocity with time. So L T to the power minus 2 to the power C. Okay, now we some simplified this one. That means we have to separate some terms separately. That means here only one m term is there. Okay, m term is there, so only 1 into m to the power b. Now here 2l is there, l to the power a and another one l to the power c. So what is the total power of l to the power a plus c. Okay, and t, only t one term is there, t to the power minus 2c, t to the power minus 2c, and this side only t is there. Okay, now we equating both sides, the equal term. Equal term means in this side only t term is there, other term is not there, m and l is not there. So what we can write, m to the power b equals to this side, no power is there, no m term is there, that's why m to the power b equals to 0. Okay, so b equals to 0. Now no L term is there, so this L a to the a plus c, L to the power a plus c, that is equals to also 0. So a plus c equals to 0, a equals to minus c. Now t term is there, so t term no power is there, that means it has 1. So t equals to t to the power minus 2c, so t cancel, minus 2c equals to 1, c equals to minus half. We put it here, so we get the value of a equals to half. So we get the value of A, B and C. A equals to half, B equals to 0, C equals to minus half. So now we put these values in equation 1. So T equals to K, L to the power A. A value is half. So L to the power half, B value is 0, M to the power 0 and G value is C. So in G to the power minus half. So that's M to the power 0 means 1. So t equals to, and k value is given, k equals to 2 pi. So we put 2 pi, L to the power half means root L into 1 by root over g. So 2 pi root over L by g. This is the ultimate formula. T equals to 2 pi root over L by g. In this way, this is the procedure to find out, to construct the relationship between the different physical quantity. Okay, this is one type of example. Another one example we consider also be there. This is example number 2. What is that example? The problem is the velocity. Okay, velocity of a wave, it is denoted by v, under the water depends on, so velocity, we find out the equation of velocity, and that velocity is depends upon, so that in terms depends upon number 1 information, wavelength of the wave, that is lambda, density of the water rho, and acceleration due to gravity g. So v is depends upon this 3 quantity. So like the first one, example 1, similar to the example 1, first of all we first write whatever the information we have. So v proportional to lambda to the power a, rho to the power b, g to the power c. Okay, so from proportionality sign to equal sign, multiply with a k. So b equals to k, lambda to the power a, rho to the power b, g to the power c equals to 1. K is a dimensionless quantity. So here the question is, using dimensional analysis method, prove that v square proportional to lambda g. That is the last one we propose, because if we remove the constant term, then the equal sign also be removed. In place of equal sign, we can easily write down the proportionality sound. That means first of all we construct the equation of velocity of a wave in terms of this 3, lambda, rho and g. Then we remove the constant term, so we easily write the proportionality sign. Okay, after this is equation number 1. This is our main equation. So in here what we find out, a, b and c, the value of a, b and c. So this is the velocity, dimension of velocity, L t to the power minus 1. No m term is there. Okay, k is a 1, lambda is a wave length, only L. So L is there, L to the power a. Now rho is a density means mass by volume, m, L to the power minus 3 to the power b. And g is the acceleration due to gravity, that is L t to the power minus 2 to the power c. Now we simplified this one. So we have 1, 2, 3 L term is there. That means L to the power A minus 3b plus c. Okay, m to the power m, only one term is there, so m to the power b, and t also one term is there, t to the power minus 2c, and this side l t to the power minus 1. Now we equating both sides. So no m term is there, that means m to the power b equals to 0, so b equals to 0. Okay, now here L term is there, L to the power nothing is there, that means 1, so L to the power a minus 3b plus c, that is equals to L to the power 1. So a minus 3b plus c equals to 1, so a b equals to 0, so this term is cancelled, a plus c equals to 1, or a equals to 1 minus c. Now third one, t to the power minus 2c equals to t to the power minus 1. Minus 2c equals to minus 1, or c equals to half. We put it here. So we get the value of a equals to half. Now, so here we get a equals to half, b equals to 0, and c equals to half. We put this value in equation 1. So v equals to k lambda to the power a. Lambda to the power a means half, lambda to the power half, rho to the power b. Rho b means 0, rho to the power 0, and g to the power half. So we can write k root over of lambda into g, both are to the power half, that means root lambda into root g, that is root over lambda into g. Now k is a constant term. Okay, if we see the first one is a proportionality sign, no k is there. When we write the k, when we use the equal sign, we multiply it with a constant term. If we don't write the constant term, so we can use them in this equal sign. So if we remove this one, so this equal sign also be removed, and in place of equal sign we write the proportionality sign. So similarly here, so after this we remove k. So in place of equal sign, we can write proportionality sign. So v proportional to the lambda to the power, root over lambda into g. Now if we taking both sides squaring both sides, so v squared proportional to lambda into g. This one we prove. This is the question, v squared proportional to lambda g, v squared proportional to lambda g. In this way we can find out, or we can construct the relationship between the different physical quantity. That means whatever the information is given, we find out using that information and using the dimensional formula, we can easily find out or easily construct the equation, that equation. Okay, now the third one. What is the third one? Third one is similar to the homogeneity principle, to check the accuracy of the physical equation. Okay, that check the accuracy means you have some, in physics we have lots of formula. Okay, but dimensionally it is corrected or not, both side dimensionally corrected or not, that one we find out using the third application of dimensional method. So let's take one example. First one, v equals to u plus at. Okay, v is the velocity, final velocity, initial velocity, a is the acceleration, t is the time. So how we find out, what is the method? First of all, we write down the dimensional formula of v, dimensional formula of u, and dimensional formula of a into t. And separately, if this dimensional formula is equal to this and this dimensional formula is equal to this, then this equation is correct. So v equals to L t to the power minus 1, u equals to L to the power minus 1, and a is a t to the power minus 2 into t is also be there, so t, that means ultimately L to the power minus 1. If we write separately, this equals to this, that means v equals to u, dimensionality will be correct, and this equals to this, that means v dimensionally equal to a into t. So dimensionally both are equal to each other, that's why this equation is dimensionally correct equation. Second number, half mv square equals to m into g into h. So half is a numerical value, we neglect this one. Only the whatever the physical quantity is there, we consider that one. M is there, capital M, v, L to the power minus 1, square is there, so to the power 2. M, g means L to the power minus 2, and h means the length L. So from here we have m, L into L square to the power minus 2. So this equation and this dimension is equal to each other. LHS equals to RHS. So both side dimension are equal, so this equation dimensionally correct equation. If any numerical value is there, you neglect that numerical, because numerical value has dimensionless quantity. Okay, it has no dimension, because here we use dimension and only the physical quantities have the dimension. That's why we neglect the numerical values. Third one, x equals to x0 plus v0 t plus half a t square. Okay, x is the displacement or distance or the position, that is length. This is x naught is the initial position, that is also length. v0 into t, v0 velocity into time t, velocity L t to the power minus 1 into time t, okay, plus we can just neglect the half, this numerical value, this half. So a means L to the power minus 2 and t square also be there, that means t square. So if we simplify this one, from this we also have L, from this we also have L. So separately this equals to this equals to this equals to that, means x equals to x naught, x equals to v naught t, and x equals to half a t square. So dimensionally this x is separately equal to each term. So dimensionally both side dimension will be L. So this equation is dimensionally correct equation. Understand? Okay. So on the next class we discuss the new term related to this unit and dimension. Okay. Thank you very much.